today. And for all my friends at Adams School, I have brought my friend, Miss Yvonne, to help us today. We're going to do a very special demonstration, and you all are going to help us. Are you ready for that?
Yay!
All right, let's get started. Well, you know, February is an interesting month. It's the shortest month of the entire year, but it is packed full of different celebrations. You start off with Groundhog Day, and you have Valentine's Day. And then today, we're celebrating President's Day because George Washington and Abraham Lincoln both have birthdays in February. But one of our favorite celebrations has been going on and actually ends on Tuesday. I'm going to get Miss Yvonne to tell you a little bit about the celebration we are having right now.
Have you ever heard of a holiday called Mardi Gras? Anybody ever heard of that?
No.
It's a long season. It follows Christmas when people begin to celebrate another special occasion. Miss Susan said, we like to celebrate and remember things that are important to us, like birthdays. We all like to celebrate our birthday. And in the early establishment of the Christian church, one of the celebrations that was begun was Christmas, when we celebrate in the Christian church the birth of Jesus. Following that time, there is a season called Epiphany. And Epiphany is the time we remember when the three kings found Jesus, the baby Jesus, as the Christian church tells the history of the story. So during Mardi Gras, we celebrate and remember that time of when they found the baby Jesus. And we call so many things that we are going to talk about today are referred to as the king, the king's cake, and the king's celebration. So that's where we're going to begin. So on Mardi Gras, which is actually ends tomorrow, we celebrate by eating lots of delicious foods. Rich food, yummy food.
Sweet food.
Yeah, that good yummy stuff that we have to not eat too much all the time. But on this particular holiday, it's a time to celebrate and enjoy that. So that's what we're going to do, is talk about how to celebrate Mardi Gras.
And one of the big parts of a party and a celebration is having on the right clothes. So Miss Yvonne and I have on our Mardi Gras beads, but we want everyone in here to have Mardi Gras beads. So Miss Kim, if you'll go around and let everybody have 2 or 3 sets of Mardi Gras beads and put them on, we can begin to get our party started, okay? All right, your beads are coming.
All right, what other color do you want to try?
Let's see, Miss Kim, I can help you too. I've got some right up here, and Miss Yvonne, if you'll help.
All right, Charles.
Trust.
All right, Tracy, what color do you want? Orange, no, pink, green, green, and pink, and blue.
Dwayne, what color would you like to
I
have?
think we can get 2, I think.
You want a blue one?
I think she said 2 would be.
2 is
Pick you
good.
out 2.
Okay.
What other color would you like?
You want them
Oh.
2? All right, you got yours
How
together,
about
you
that?
and Josh.
All right, put your beads on
All
so
right,
you're
here's a
ready
ring.
to
What tone do you
party.
want?
Alright.
That's your.
Miss
Pick out some pretty
Misty,
colors.
what color would you like? A blue one? What else?
Silver.
You're welcome.
I pick you out one.
A silver? There,
Pick you out
a
one,
green,
please.
okay. Put your beads on so we can be ready to
Red or
party.
pink, which one?
All right, oh, Josh is ready. Yeah. Josh, you got your beads
You
on?
got you too?
All right, y'all look good to go.
You don't
Well,
want
once we get our beads on and we're all dressed for the party, I always want to talk about party food. And for us today, on this day is called Fat Tuesday, we are going to celebrate with a king cake. Remember Miss Yvonne said, you remember what she said? That a lot of things would have to do with the king.
Yeah.
So this is the king cake. Well, the most interesting part of this king cake, and Mr. Sidney, if you'll move them up there to it, is inside the king cake. Who knows what's in it? Does anybody know?
Okay.
Inside that king cake is a little tiny baby.
Okay.
I mean, he's tiny. Can you even see him? Now, that reminds us that this whole celebration began as people in the Christian church looked for the baby,
Okay.
Jesus. So here's our baby. All right, what we're gonna do today is we're going to all make our own little personal king cake, okay?
Alright.
So Miss Yvonne and I will get started on that, and as we go, we'll show you, and we'll get to the place where you'll get to decorate your king cakes. So get ready. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. One of the first things we need to do is remember, when we are in the kitchen, we need to be safe, and part of that safety includes making sure we don't wear anything that might cause us to have an accident. So the first thing I have to do is take off my bracelets. And the second thing I'm sorry I have to do is take off my beads. Because what if I lean over and catch them on something? So, oh my goodness, there's a lot of taking off to get things going. So that's how we start. And y'all also know we start with an apron.
Yeah.
Who knows why you wear an apron?
You're gonna get dirty.
You are exactly right. I have lots of things to do today, and I don't need to be walking all over
Wow.
with king cake all over my clothes, do I? They'll say, Miss Susan, what have you been doing? Well, we're excited today because we're going to do our demonstration in our kitchen in our All-In Credit Union Culinary Arts Center. And soon, when the day comes that we can take off these shields and take off these masks,
I know.
we're all coming into the kitchen. But just for today, Miss Yvonne and I will show you how this is done. So we've taken off our jewelry, we've put on our apron to keep our clothes clean. What's the next thing we need to do?
Wash your hands.
You got that right, and we'll double time it. And we have talked and talked about washing our hands, haven't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, how long are we supposed to wash them? How many seconds? Josh, do you know?
Yes, I know.
All right.
2 days.
20 seconds of washing. And y'all remember, when we wash them, we also have to wash between our fingers and on top of our hands and all of those things. We have been talking about that for almost a year, haven't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Miss Yvonne and I have washed our hands, and we're also, just to be extra careful, since we're working with food, we're going to put on our gloves. Now, when you work at home, you're probably not going to wear a pair of gloves, and sometimes they are hard to put on when your hand is damp. So I may have to struggle here a minute to get mine on and work them in. All right, our recipe is called King Cake Mardi Gras Bites. So, Miss Yvonne and I know that when you do a recipe, the first thing you need to do is read through it.
Yeah.
That way, if you're not sure what you need to do, you can figure it out before you get there. Well, our recipe, the very first thing that it tells us to do is preheat the oven. you want your oven hot. So Miss Yvonne, if you'll come preheat our oven and remind them why you need to open the door and look in before you preheat.
I wanna make sure there's nothing in there that will get hot that's not supposed to get hot. So always, before you turn on the oven, open and take a peek, all clear, so now we can turn it on. Okay, bake and start. Okay, we're good.
All righty, so it's getting hot. Now, Miss Yvonne and I know that when we get through today, we're gonna have some dirty dishes. Who's gonna wash the dishes? I wish you were, Josh, I wish you were, Dwayne, but you know what? Whoever does the cooking, who washes the dishes, Miss Kim, you know. If you're the cook, you're also the dishwasher. So we learned a little secret. Before you do anything with your utensils, first thing, run some dish water, and then as you cook, you can put your dirty dishes in the sink. They can soak a little bit, and they'll be a lot easier to clean up in the end. So Miss Yvonne's getting us some dish water going, and while she does, I'm gonna collect our ingredients. We need, for our recipe, we're gonna do this the easy way. We are gonna start with a can of crescent rolls.
Okay.
So I got my can of crescent rolls. And what we do is get them ready to put on a baking sheet. This is called a baking sheet. Some people call it a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
But I have it here. And because I don't like to clean up, I'm going to put what they call parchment paper on top of my sheet. So when I get through, guess what? You're right, I throw that away, that pan's clean and I'm already done.
Yeah.
Y'all are pretty smart, you already figured out that trick, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me see, the hardest part of the parchment paper is tearing it off. Ah. And I don't ever do a very good job, but I've got it just about covering my pan. And Miss Yvonne and I are each going to take a little cutting sheet, or you could take wax paper, but we want something flat that we can work on. Now the other trick for me that's sometimes hard is getting this can to open.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl and my mama did canned biscuits, it seemed like the can would always pop. And it was kind of scary. That was sort of silly to be scared of that, but you know. So I'm gonna take the back of my measuring spoon, and I don't have my, there we go, got it open. And when I open this, it's gonna come apart in two pieces. So I'm gonna give Miss Yvonne one, and we are going to unroll our pieces.
Whoa.
Okay? Gotta lay it down to get it completely unrolled. And then we're gonna cut it so each of us has 8 little strips. So I'll cut and show y'all what I have, and I'll leave the knife then for Miss Yvonne to cut hers. Okay. There you go, Miss Yvonne. And when I pass her the knife, should I just say, here you go? Oh, no, that would not be good. I turn it where the blade is toward me, and I give her the handle.
Thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
You're so welcome. I can't be injuring my cooking partner, can I?
No, ma'am.
Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna show you really fast. That's what I have. That's what I got. You see it, Heather? Okay, Misty. I got all my little 8 pieces
Wow,
here.
looking good.
Yeah, it is looking good. Just wait.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Just
You
wait.
can't do it right now.
All right. The next thing we do is we put cinnamon and sugar on this mixture. So I'm going to get Miss Yvonne in this cup to put just a slight 1/4 cup of sugar. That's good. And let me show y'all something. This is a measuring cup, right? Correct?
Yeah.
This is a measuring cup,
Wow.
correct?
Yeah.
Do you know the difference in the two?
Yeah,
Oh,
put it
wait a
on.
minute.
This one I can see through.
See, that one.
This one I can't.
That's what I meant.
I use this one for anything that won't spill.
Yeah.
So I can fill it completely full and it will give me the amount I need. But if I put water or milk in this cup and fill it completely full, what's gonna
If
happen?
you don't fill it out.
You are exactly right. I will never make it to the bowl with it. I will spill it out. So you put
I did.
liquids
And you
in
did
this.
right.
That's right, Dwayne, and you look through it to
Right.
see how much you need.
I know.
Little tip for you there. Well, Miss Yvonne has put us some granulated sugar, and she is going to add to that 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. There we go. And she has this cute little baby whisk,
Oh.
and I'm gonna give it to her and get her to mix that up. I got a little lump. Yeah, if you got a little lump, you just pop it out of there. Just mix it till you can't tell the difference in the cinnamon and the sugar. I think I about have it. And then, Miss Yvonne, what you think we're gonna do with that?
I'm thinking maybe we'll sprinkle it somewhere.
I'm thinking you're right. We're gonna split it in half. You sprinkle half of it on your pieces of dough, and I'll sprinkle the rest on mine.
Does that look about right, you think?
That looks good.
Maybe a little more on this one.
All right.
I'm gonna get a little extra right here.
Now, Miss Yvonne is gonna take all my cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, no.
She is being way too particular about hers.
I am particular. I was
I'm
being-
gonna bring
no.
these and show them to y'all, and while I do, Miss Yvonne is gonna mix up our filling. And our filling, whoops, is 4 ounces of cream cheese and 1/2 cup of confectioners or powdered sugar. So Miss Yvonne's over here with the electric mixer, and she might need to give you a few tips about that.
Okay. Let's get this cream, 1/2 pack of cream cheese in here. And I believe she said 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Okay, 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, let's sift that in. There we go. And when you use electric mixer, you be very, very careful.
Oh, yeah.
The first thing you do is put the mixer in the bowl, then you plug it in, and then you can turn it on. Mix and mix until it gets creamy.
Ooh, it sounds like it hit a hard spot.
It's getting there. Just takes a little bit. Sometimes you have to be patient when you're cooking. Patient and careful. is going to be perfect.
All right.
Now, I'm finished with the mixer, so before I take it out of the bowl, I'm going to unplug it. That's a safety thing.
Now, our very last step is we are going to take our filling and we're gonna, let's see, Miss Yvonne, I'm gonna let you, we may have a little, do we have a skinnier? I guess not. Grab your 2 spoons. We'll just work off of our beaters. It is wanting to stick. You're going to take your 2 spoons and you get up some of your cream cheese filling into 1 spoon. Use your 2nd spoon and put it on one end of your dough. Ooh, it's wanting to stick. And we'll do some of that on each one of these. It only takes a little bit. Get a little off of that beater. It's wanting to hang on to it.
That's okay. Doesn't have to be just perfect. It has to be just delicious.
That's it. That's all we're going for is what tastes good. All righty. That ought to do it.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
Now, Miss Yvonne, if you will walk around and show them what yours look like, I'm going to get Mr. Sidney to watch our final step here. We're going to fold them over and take the side of our fork and crimp them down closed. And when we get them, we're going to put them on our cookie sheet and get them ready to go in this oven. It's going to look even yummier the next time you see it. Okay, Miss Yvonne, rolling over and just doing a little, and not really doesn't even have to, because what I learned is as they bake, they'll rise up and they will close up on their own. They really don't need any help. Okay. There you go, if you want to use that, feel free. Okay, that's my 8. We are making 16 of these. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in here. So I wonder how many each of you will get. Miss Kim, do you have anybody in here who's a math whiz like Shaquille?
Not in this group.
Not that, okay. I think that if we are making 16 of these, if we go around the room and we give everybody 2, that would leave 2 left over. And me and Miss Yvonne and Mr. Sidney will just have to fight over those 2, won't we? All right, Miss Yvonne showed you about preheating the oven. Let me show you one other safety tip with your oven. When you open it, you don't want to stick your hand all the way in. You want to pull your rack out, put your food on the rack, and slide the rack back in. Well, these take about 14 minutes to bake. So I'm gonna set my timer because that is another thing I have learned. If I don't set my timer, whoops, I will forget I have it in there. And start. Alrighty, there we go. Now, here is the most wonderful thing of all. We could sit here for 14 minutes and just wait around for our bites to bake. But guess what? Before you got here this morning, me and Miss Yvonne went ahead and we have yours ready. So now it's your turn. Miss Yvonne's going to make us some frosting. We're going to give you all a little bag of frosting and some of the colored sugar. And while she does that, let me show you this sugar and talk to you about it. Actually, we can look at it on our picture of our king cake. On our king cake, it has green sugar, yellow sugar, and purple sugar. And every time you see a king cake, it will have green sugar, yellow sugar, and purple sugar. And Miss Yvonne is going, in fact, she even brought us some napkins today to use, some Mardi Gras napkins. And what three colors are on there? Green, purple, and yellow. There it comes again. Miss Yvonne, why do we keep using green, purple, and yellow?
Well, long time ago when this all started and with the Christian church and the people wanting to remember everything, the first thing they decided was we needed a flag to celebrate Mardi Gras. And as they began to choose their colors, they chose purple to represent justice, which means doing what's right, and green to represent faith, believing in what's right, and the yellow or the gold, they call it gold because it's a golden yellow, represents power, because when you have justice and faith, you have power. So those are the colors you'll see everywhere Mardi Gras is celebrated. You'll see those three colors.
All right, while Miss Yvonne gets the frosting mixed up, we've got y'all set up on a little cart, and we're gonna come around and give everybody their king cakes. And you're going to get a bag of frosting, and you're gonna get some what color sugar? Green. And some what color sugar? Yellow or gold. And some, what do you think the other one's gonna be?
Purple.
You got it. That's right. Here it comes. All righty. All right, here we come. Let's see. Miss Kim, if you will help me, we'll give everybody a napkin and a plate. And I'm going to come and give them their bites. And Miss Yvonne's gonna come around and she will be putting your frosting on, and then you will be putting your sugar on, okay?
Yeah.
All right, Charles, let's see. Let me get my little spatula. I think I have one. Yes. All right, Charles, here's your two. And Miss Kim, you're probably really gonna have to help us out with the sugar. There's your bites, and there's your sugar. Now, Miss Yvonne will come put frosting on,
Okay.
and then we put the sugar on top of the frosting.
Okay.
And we gotta put all three colors on there, okay? You may end up with a lot more sugar than you need.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, let's get your bites going. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Yvonne's gonna put your bags on.
All right, what color do you want to do first?
Three colors.
You wanna do
There
yellow?
you go.
Or the gold?
And Okay? And it,
All right, how do you wanna do it? Do you wanna sprinkle it on there, or do you wanna take your hands and put it
all
on?
right, Miss Heather.
However you wanna do it. We're gonna get all three colors on there, okay? So save room for your other colors.
And here are your
Okay.
three
All right.
colors. And Josh, I'll be back around in a minute.
What color you wanna do next? You want your green?
Yeah. That's okay. All right, Misty, here's yours. Here's your sugar.
All
And
right.
we'll all three help you with your sugar once you get frosted here.
All right, Charles, purple next.
Okay. You go. Oh, and here comes your sugar. Hang
how
on to
pretty
this
it
gonna
is.
frost you.
Yeah.
Nice.
That turned out really pretty, Charles.
There you go.
All right.
You are so welcome. Now, let's see what we can do here. How'd you do it, Kim, with your fingers?
I just let him choose, and he just did it with his fingers.
Do you wanna do it with your fingers? Okay, what you'll do, let's get them
Okay,
down
let me
in
put
front
this
of
Do you
you.
wanna do it with your fingers, or do you wanna hold it?
I don't want this
I
on myself.
think I'm gonna
What color you
have
wanna do
to.
first?
I don't want this on myself.
Okay, okay, we're not gonna put it on your shirt.
I got a new suit.
It is a beautiful shirt too, so we're surely not gonna get it on there. Probably instead of fingers, let Miss Susan get you a spoon, and that way you can dip in.
Some on that one. Good.
You put you a little bit more on the other one.
I'm gonna put some on this one.
Here we go. Let's get you
Right
a
here.
little bit of
There
yellow.
you go.
Now sprinkle that on there.
All right, what color you wanna do next?
Yeah, we don't get it on your shirt, you just
Yellow.
sprinkle it on your cake.
All
Here
right,
we
get you
go.
some yellow,
Oh,
Heather.
good. Put 'em on that one.
You do it.
All right, now sprinkle some on both of them. Okay, there you go. Now you gotta sprinkle some on this one.
Very good.
You're sleepy.
All right, we got
I'm
your
sure
yellow.
this'll make you
How
wake
about some
up. Here, we gotta
purple
put some on this one. Let's put some on this one right here.
Here we go.
Okay, right here.
Okay, get up close.
There you go.
Now sprinkle some on one and then some on the other. Let's share that between the two.
All
Oh,
right,
there you go. Good
All right,
job.
get some more. Pick up some, pick up the green sugar, he's okay. Pick up, sprinkle on that. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Pick up some more and put on that one.
Put it on both of them. Some on one.
Perfect. Nicely
Okay, well,
done. Let's put a
now
little bit
on
more
that
on there. Very good. I think
There
we'll put a
you
little bit more purple on
go.
there.
Now let those cool off a little bit and you're good to go. Look at you, Misty, yeah. All right, Dwayne, I'm gonna let you use the spoon.
Okay.
Okay, get it in front of you, and we're gonna start
So
with
you got this
your
yourself.
yellow.
Oh, how
All
pretty.
right, I want you to just sprinkle it on both of them, okay?
Cool a little bit, okay?
A little there and a little over here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you did good. We just gotta share it, don't we?
Yeah, I got it.
You wanna do green or purple?
Pepper.
Next is purple.
Thank you. Looks very good. You
That's
did a great
good.
job.
All right, a little on one
Perfect.
and a little on the other.
Those are pretty, y'all.
Oh, look at there. Now, last one is your
That
green.
one.
A little on one
That one.
and a little on the other. Look, that
got
looks
it.
great.
Thank
Congratulations.
Yes, it.
Y'all have made the party. Now, other than the cleanup, what is left to do?
Eat.
You got it. It's time to eat. Thank y'all for being so good and such good help today. And happy Mardi Gras.